Craig, I guess you came into finals with a bit of form. Does it feel like a bit of a missed opportunity for you guys?
I know what it feels like at the moment, but I feel quite embarrassed about our performance in the first half, how we started the game. I'm not quite sure how we could start a game like this, like that. And it's obviously, it's not just the players, it's obviously the way we coached them during the week, to actually not be ready to start straight away doing the things that we wanted to do. It was just like we're waiting for things to happen. We're rabbits in the headlights, It was. I'm not quite sure how that could happen, but it did. And as I said, it's really disappointing, shattering, and it's bloody embarrassing, to be quite honest.
Craig, did you have any sense at all that was where the guys' headspace was at leading into the game?
No. Again, we had a good look. We had a long week. Perhaps we had too long a week. I'm not quite sure, but we trained reasonably well. Obviously, Cameron didn't train during the week, but most of the players know, working off him and whatever. So, we had no inclination. We trained really well during the week. The warm up was good today. So, as I said, there was a few guys there that weren't really switched on to doing what they need to do for the team, in that first 10, 15, 20 minutes where it was. And like I say, we basically lost the game very quickly.
Craig, do you feel like the moment got to some of the guys? You mentioned you sort of looked like in the headlights a little bit. Do you think the moment got to some of the guys?
Yeah, it could have. Yeah, I don't know. You'd think not. It's not as if, we're playing the first weekend in October in front of a big crowd. I know we've got a couple, some young guys in there, but having said that, we're similar atmosphere to last week. Like I say, I'm at a loss to know how we could start like that and basically beat ourselves in the first 15 minutes. At the end of the day, like, the Bulldogs were too good and they played really well. But at the end of the day, we beat ourselves in that first 15 minutes and give us no chance. And one thing we've been reasonably good at here over the years is if we're going to get beat, usually the opposition beat us. But like I say, we give ourselves no chance after that first 15 minutes.
How did you feel out there, Cameron? Did it feel like it was just something you couldn't stop?
I agree with Craig. It wasn't something that we could stop because it wasn't like we were playing well and the Bulldogs were playing better than us. We were playing fairly average at best in that first half, or at least the first 20 of the first half. It's with all due respect to the Bulldogs, I think I agree totally with Craig. We were almost handing tries on the platter for them early on, and they, credit to them, they were good enough to turn those opportunities into points, but it's hard to explain because you didn't see it coming. The session yesterday was exceptionally good. The captain's run was, in a good frame of mind, and the attitude was great, and it was probably one of the better sessions we've had in the back half of this season. So I think everyone in the field was probably a little bit shocked with the way we started, but in this competition, if you play like that and give teams head starts, it's really hard to peg back, particularly this time of year, And obviously the Bulldogs, they were very committed today with every part of their game, their defence in particular, but when they had opportunities, they capitalised on them nearly every time.
It's obviously still very raw, but I guess heading into next season, what do you think is the main thing that you guys have to address amongst yourselves and trying to debate next year?
It's pretty easy. It's our consistency, without a doubt. It's been an issue here for a couple of seasons now, and it was probably the thing that we were the best in the competition at in the last 10 years. minus the last 2 seasons. That's something we need to address. I think we need to address it at training. That's where it starts.
You're getting some momentum in the second half, and then the video referee decision went against it. What did you make of that?
I'd like to blame him for the loss, but I thought it was a poor decision. But at the end of the day, that had nothing to do with the result. I thought when the referee, from the information you could see there, when the referee gave a try, I didn't think there was enough conclusive evidence to overturn it. But having said that, like, we're not going to blame a video referee for what happened today. Yeah, like I say, yeah, I think I'll leave it at that.
Craig, a few players, I guess, leave after today for the club, notably Hoffy. I mean, I know it's a hard day after a loss like that, but you must be so proud of all the years he's had here and what he's brought to the club over the journey.
No, without doubt. You know, he's been tremendous for the club. He's been here 11 years, and you know, as I said, quite regularly. You know, he's one of the best team players I've ever coached, and his dad was probably one of the best team players I ever played with, and so it runs in the family. And as I said, you know, it's. See Todd sitting up there. Perhaps, you know, I know one sad thing for us is that he couldn't finish his career here. You know, we'd love to keep him, and he would like to have stayed, but obviously with, you know, restrictions, you know, with the cap and that, it just wasn't to be. And it's a shame when, you know, players that give that sort of service and loyal service and passionate service to a club, they can't finish there if, you know, if both parties want that to happen. But like I say, he's been, you know, tremendous for us on the field. He's been tremendous off the field, him and Mel. And yeah, it's like I say, I think one of the reasons I am so embarrassed about today was, you know, it's going to be his last game for this club, and he didn't deserve to go out like that. And you know, we all should be hanging our heads in shame for doing that, you know, because he's been one hell of an asset to this club.
Craig, Billy and Will Chambers both got reported. Are you concerned that he might be without them to start next season?
What did Billy get reported for? The knee?
Didn't he? Yeah, I thought that.
Was that the knee?
Yeah.
I was surprised he got penalised, but having said that, you know, that's for those guys to work out, and you know, we'll go from there. And at the end of the day, that's probably, with all due respect, you know, the least of our problems at the moment.
Craig, do you have a comment? Brett Finch said during commentary when Michael Ennis tapped Cameron on the head, it was a lack of respect. Do you have an opinion on that?
Yeah, I do, and I think it is, and I think there's too much of that happens in our game these days. You know, it's, you know, I thought, you know, Mahi's episode last week with not putting the ball down, I think that's a lack of respect for your opposition as well. And but you know, those things are just going to inflame incidents. You know, when you push a guy after a try when there's no need to push a guy after a try, when you tap them on the head when they make a mistake. You know, we all make mistakes on the field. So to me, it's a thing that's crept into our game. But at the end of the day, it's only the players that can stamp it out of our game, you know. And yeah, like I say, I'm old school, and I don't like that, but that seems to be the generation Y or whatever. I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's, to me, it happens too often, and to me, as you exactly said, Paul, it's a lack of respect, and you should be respecting your opposition.
The Bulldogs got the talent and the form now to go all the way?
I think they can go a fair bit of the way. No, yeah, I think I wouldn't be surprised if they end up in the grand final. So you get in the grand final, you're a chance to win it. So that wouldn't surprise me at all.